Hello everyone, this is Nick from Mensground and welcome back to another video. Geralt of Rivia is one of the most interesting characters in the media. He's one of those characters that seem simple at first, but once you start delving into him, he offers a lot of depth and wisdom. Particularly as men can learn a lot from this character, especially in the 21st century. No matter what you might think of him, he's just incredibly masculine, and I think that's why this character resonates with so many young men. In this video I'm going to show you the things that, in my opinion, every young man should adopt from the White Wolf himself. In this video I almost exclusively refer to the Netflix version. That's because it's less complex than the book version, and in the video games you were able to make your own decisions, which led to different character outcomes. So if you haven't watched the show, note that this video contains spoilers for the first 3 seasons. The first thing is very obvious. Geralt is just massive. He displays an incredible amount of fitness right from the beginning. This becomes clear the first time you see him on screen. Henry Cavill did a very good job at portraying this, showing that Geralt is a true warrior. But that's not only because he's a mutant, but also, and that's what I want to emphasize, because he keeps fit. Not only because of his lifestyle slaying monsters of all kind, but also because he trains. There is a scene in the second season where we see some of his training, and it's implied throughout the show that this is very common for him. The second thing is that even though he often states that he only helps someone if there is a reward,
I'll take my coin now.
We see a lot of instances where he is selfless towards his friends and strangers. For example, in the 4th episode of the first season, where he decides to save Dooney even though that puts him in a very difficult spot. Another example is in the 8th episode where he saves the merchant from the monsters, or in the 3rd episode where he decides to keep Princess Ada alive even though he could have easily killed her as the Striga. And obviously there are numerous instances where he drops everything to save his friends and loved ones. For example, in the 5th episode, after having a fight with Dandelion, he still does everything he can to save him. The message here is that we should all help others, especially those less fortunate than us, be it financially or physically. The third and the most distinctive character trait is his incredible independence. This is what truly sets this character apart. He isn't easily influenced or swayed by outside events, he makes his own decisions and follows his own moral compass. Throughout the show we see him living a nomad lifestyle, not being chained to any specific place, but I'm primarily talking about him making up his own mind and thinking about things independently. There's a sentence that encapsulates this perfectly. This is the character trait that makes Geralt who he is. Being so sure of what's right and wrong and acting according to this gives him the inner strength and confidence. There is a whole video by the YouTube channel Charisma on Command explaining how this confidence manifests itself in his body language, so make sure to check that out as well. It is this ability to consider his ethical choices and consequences that is the backbone of his confidence though. And Geralt really displays this. For example, in the 5th episode of the first season, where he doesn't hesitate to insult the soldiers because he sees just no reason not to. Or in the same episode where he denies Queen Calanthe's orders to save Dooney. Thinking independently and deciding on what's right and wrong by himself also gives him his determination that is so obvious in the 3rd season, where he keeps fighting Vilgefortz even though he knows that he can only be defeated. Being so sure of what's right and wrong, what to do and what not to, gives him his inner strength that's needed to withstand people not liking him with ease. This is what makes him so untouchable and what determines his choices. This is also why he chooses to make up his mind about all kinds of different species and how to interact with them. So there you have it. These are the 3 things I think every young man should adopt from Geralt of Rivia. Let me know in the comments what you think, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, until next time.